What's up, guys? So today I'm making this. It's just about trying to be the present in every moment, try to maximize every second, every minute, hour, each day, and everything that you do. Just thinking a lot about just the death and people passing. A really good friend of mine that I knew since like 13, 14. I'm 28, pushing 29. Passed away yesterday through a disease that ate at his lungs. But I mean, before that, even when he was a teenager, a kid, he had internal bleeding. He had organs that failed that had to get replaced. And, and as I was, thinking about everything and looking at pictures, I'm like, man, I really don't have a lot of pictures. And then I think about moments, and I can say a lot of like decent moments, but sometimes you just feel like, man, you could have just maximized those moments so much more. So, number one, man, is make effort to stay present in the moment. That means if you're out with your family and you guys barely ever get to do anything, don't be on your phone talking to other people, not paying attention to everything. Try to like take a deep breath, just like what do you smell in that moment? What are you doing? What are you feeling? You're sitting in the grass, and you can just feel the grass. You can feel the sand in your hands. You could smell flowers. Maybe, you smell like cookies. Just try to like remember that moment. Like if I'd be like, oh, yesterday, like how did everything feel in the moment? And be like, well, honestly, we had a nice music playing softly. I could feel the wind just pushing, cooling me off. I could feel the grass just in between my toes, and it kind of tickled. I took a sip of this fresh water. It felt so nice, rejuvenating after taking it. And, we just had a great conversation talking about this and that. It's just kind of another way. Just remember, like, like when I hug my girl, it's like, I can smell, her perfume and how great it smells. I can feel the softness of her hair, the material of her clothes, the push that, we're both giving each other. Instead of it just being a hug, it's just so much more than that when you kind of break it down. So, make the effort to be happy. Don't be the one that like you expect everybody else to make you happy and bring you up, and like you're bored and everybody else needs to make sure you're not bored. Like even if you're not doing your best, even if there's a lot on your mind, like you really got to try to not let it take control of you so much, because then also too you're going to be pushing that onto other people and you can bring them down as well. Number two is try to connect with others. As much as you're trying to be in the moment, make the best out of it. Try to have talks and conversations, and really ask and see how things are and what's going on with them. And if they talk about something that they're passionate about, just ask them a little more questions about it. And maybe like, oh man, I just saw a YouTube video that was talking about that. Like, hey, I'll find it, and I'll send you the YouTube video so you can check it out. Oh man, you're gonna start that business. Hey, once you do it, I'll post it on my page. You know, like that's a way to connect. When you find something that people are really passionate about, that's a good way for you to show interest and connect with them on that level. Also with number three, man, be open to new experiences and just things out of your comfort zone. Now, obviously, there's certain limits. That does not mean like maybe you were like a prune your whole life, and now every night you're gonna be with a new person. That's like you never been to maybe to the club before and you want to try out the club scene just because you just want to get that, at least that one and done, seeing how it was. You never went skydiving, and that's a huge thing on your bucket list, and you have somebody else that's willing to do it with you, and you're like, wow, maybe I'll try that. Or hey, maybe you do an indoor skydiving place, try that out first, and then you'll see if you want to do the real deal. Do little things, because you might do it and you might be like, oh my gosh, like I was so scared, there's no way I could jump out of a plane. And it's like, but you didn't just think about it your whole life, and then it got too far and you're like, well, I guess I could never do that now. You tried, you seen, and you either went with it or you said never mind from there. but you're trying to get out there. Like you want these friends, you got to go out there and start talking to people. Maybe you're in the store and you'll come out with a little conversation, a little talk, and most of the time that stuff is going to be someone you're never going to talk to again. There's a possibility you will run into them, or you guys connect so well, you'll exchange, IGs or numbers or something like that. But, more than likely, it's just going to be a nice little conversation. You're going to build up your own communication skills, and your life's going to keep going. Number 4 is take time to reflect on successes and lessons learned. This is like, in addition to what I said, you wanted to go skydiving, so you went to maybe an indoor place and, reflect on that. That's a success, I would say, in a sense. Like, you did it. Like, that was something that you haven't did, and you put your mind to it. You got it done, and from there, you're going to figure out if you want to do the whole real deal. Maybe you had a lesson in there. Maybe you were doing something a certain way and it wasn't the proper way, and it could have been a little dangerous, but since you were in a controlled environment, it was safer. So now, if you do the real deal, how you have to go about it. Even in terms of successes, like you're doing things for other people, as much as like you don't want to be over consumed, like, I'm this great person, I do all these great things for people. But at the same time, man, acknowledge yourself a little bit. Like, man, I've really helped teach a lot of people, help a lot of people make a lot more money, help people, go out there and get that dream girl. I helped people, just invest. Like, the things, the successes that you've done for yourself and other people, actually do reflect on that a little bit and be like, man, that's pretty awesome. Like, how can I do this more? How could I do this better? What's the best way for me to keep doing this? And then lessons, on the other hand, I mean, that's good or bad as well. Maybe you try picking a girl up, you said something in a certain way, and she was completely turned off by it and didn't want you anymore. That was lesson learned, Now you don't do that anymore. Number 5, man, look for the positive in every situation, and you want to just practice gratitude overall. And that's pretty big. I feel like I've always kind of been a pretty happy person. As I've got older in life, I feel like naturally, just kind of brought me down a little bit. I've always just been a smiley person. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm like this super happy person, but, I've always just kind of how I've been. And then, I feel like as you get older, like, life tries to smack that smile off your face. And, and that's the biggest reason why I keep trying to stay with it. Try to keep it going because, I got to try to keep it on me so I could also help push that on other people. I can't expect other people to keep a smile on my face. Just be gratitude, man. You woke up today, have a little gratitude in that. The day could have been worse, have some gratitude. Instead of thinking about, man, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Just also look at, after you're making that list of what you wish you had and how bad things are, start making the list of what you're appreciative about. Appreciate about your health, your kids' health, family's health, your parents' health. Health is a big thing that we don't even think about too much a lot of times. But, have gratitude towards that. Have gratitude maybe for the job you have, or have gratitude for the fact that there's so much free will that you can go out there and get a different job. So you're not where you want to be right now, but you're going to work towards it to get to where you want to be. But hey, man, I wish y'all the best overall. I kind of just thought about having this video. I just thought about it a couple minutes before I even posted it. Before I even started the video. And, it really came from, just, the passing of, like, one of my best friends, like, man, a really good friend of mine, dude, and it's just sad overall, and it just makes you want to just get the best out of every situation. And, crazy enough, man, this year, like, I just feel like a lot of people have been passing. That was one of the most, like, I guess kind of, like, hit home for me, but, a lot of people, man, and, like, car accidents. I seen a whole family, mom and dad, 4 kids, and and one of the kids' friends all gone in a car accident, man. My girl's brother-in-law, dude, like, and just the list continues, man. It's just very upsetting, and the best we can do, man, is just to make the best out of every situation and try to be as happy as we can, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best. I appreciate a like, a subscribe, man. I have other videos talking about getting out of your comfort zone. Don't let the bedroom be your downfall. Connecting with your kids and things like that, man. Y'all have a great day, though. Peace.